Released in 2004, Need for Speed Underground 2 is looking to capitalise on its predecessor's success. Need for Speed Underground 1, released in 2003, sold 15 million copies. However, Need for Speed Underground 2 only sold 7 million copies. But how does Need for Speed Underground 2 hold up in 2025? Here you can see I've got everything maxed out. I've got it on its highest resolution that the stock vanilla game will go, and it does look good. However, we do need to make some adjustments. Okay, so the first mod that you want to install is going to be the widescreen fix. So first link in the description will take you to this website here, and you're going to click the download button here, and that takes you to a GitHub page. Scroll down to the bottom, and then there's a .zip that you're going to download this just there. Get that downloaded, get it unzipped, and then inside the folder here, you'll be given a dinput8.dll and a scripts folder. The purpose of this dinput8.dll is to allow custom scripts to run in the game. So I'm going to take both these here, copy. I'm going to go over to my installation and paste that in. So now it's added the scripts folder and it's added the dinput8.dll. So now that's in the scripts folder here, what you're going to need to do is go up to the INI file and then edit that with a Notepad++ or any notepad editor. And in here is going to be a bunch of options. You will have to change some of these before the game will even start, and that is, the first one is going to be your resolution. You can set this to whatever you want. My monitor is a 1440p, but I want to run this in windowed mode, so I'm actually going to do something like 1920 by 1080. And then down in the windowed mode, you've got a couple options. One is borderless, 2 has a border, and so on. I'm going to go with 2. And then I also want to just skip the intro, so that skips those videos at the beginning. So I'm going to head and save that, Control S to save it. And now when you boot up the game, so you'll notice we've got the vertical bars on the start menu. We can fix that later on with a small little mod. However, this widescreen fix is mainly for the in-game footage. So you'll see here we go from 4:3 to a beautiful 16:9 aspect resolution, which just massively enhances the game. Okay, so the next mod that I'm going to recommend that you install is the underground2.net. Now, this does come with a load of features that may or may not be needed, or something that you don't want to touch. So for example, I'm not too fussed about having new body kits, new rims and spinners, new decals, new vinyls and things like that. What I am really interested in is the updated faithful high resolution textures. This one is really important because this keeps the game feeling like it's the original vanilla game, but obviously we've increased the resolution of the textures that were present in the game when it was made. And there's a few extra things in here as well. Notably, what is inside this download is the widescreen fix. So it kind of makes the first part of this video, that first mod, a little bit redundant in the sense that you get it in this one anyway. But if you're someone who just wants the widescreen fix, but you want to keep playing original, then just include the widescreen one. But if you're someone who then wants to go on and have some extra features, extra mods in the game, then download this underground2.net. Go ahead and download it from Mega. I find that the speed's faster using Mega rather than MediaFire. Once you've got it downloaded, you're going to have it unzipped, and you'll just see all these files and folders. There is a README that I would probably recommend reading, but for the sake of the video, all we're going to do here is copy over everything from mod files. So I'm going to copy all of this, go back. This is our main folder, hit paste. And then I'm going to go into scripts, find the widescreen fix and just re-edit this. 1920 1080. All right, it seems to be what I originally had. I've left it at 1920 1080 window mode just so when I boot this up just now to do a bit of testing, because what you're going to see is the start menu is going to be different. I particularly don't want the start menu to be different. So original main menu background, I'm going to copy that folder, paste that in, replace. So if we go to career, load game, skip all this. Okay, so you can immediately see that the texture here on the floor is so much better, highly detailed compared to the original. Yeah, you can see immediately that the floor texture is so much better, but I'm still having quite a pixelated HUD, so we're going to fix that next. You want this one, upscaled heads-up display. Again, link in the description. It's going to make the heads-up display, well, upscaled. It's going to look a lot better. So this upscaled heads-up display, this one I think requires binary to run it. So if we go into the README for the folder, so README here, you can see the requirements are the widescreen fix, we already have that, or the ASI for it. Using the latest version of binary, run it as an administrator, click on the user mode on the left, navigate to the mods folder, and use the install.end inside. So I'll put a link to download this binary, but you're going to run binary, click on user mode. What we're going to do is find the end file that we want to install. So if we go to mods, we want the Ultra HD, whatever it's called, and then choose the install.end file here, click open. Now we're going to look for the Need for Speed Underground 2 directory. So games, installed, EA games, and then the modded folder, click OK. Install HD Unlimited part category textures. I'm going to hit yes on that, and that's successfully applied. Would like to save files, hit yes. Do you want to run the game? I'm going to hit no because I want to close this first. So you can see now already in the main menu, this is a lot clearer. And we go and load the game up. But you can see even in the pause menu, we've got a nice high resolution heads up display. So let's hit continue. Oh no, back. And then we've got our speed gauge here. That's all nice, high res, the bank, this icon over here. But the problem we have got now is let me get into a bit of a light area. The actual minimap is still quite pixelated. So that's something we need to fix next. So here is the last mod that I'm going to recommend just for the kind of like vanilla game but increased textures, and that is the detailed maps. You saw previously the minimap was still quite pixelated, but obviously the UI around it was nice and crisp. We obviously need to re-download or get a more highly detailed map. We go from 512 pixels to 2048 pixels with this increased detail. So go ahead and download this. Again, go ahead and extract it. I'm going to extract here smart so it keeps it in a folder. So binary, go ahead again, user mode. This time we go back into mods for Need for Speed Underground 2, detailed map, choose the install.end file. Again, go to your games, find the installed folder for Underground 2. Hit OK. Save files, yep. Okay, and as you can see, that minimap is so much more crisp and clear and modern, and it fits in with every other aspect of the UI in front of us. So that pretty much summarizes the mods that I wanted to make just to make this game look a bit sharper, look a bit crisper, have some higher resolution textures, and just feel like it's a game that was maybe made within the last 5 years, but isn't aiming to be super high textures, super high model detail. Kind of just like a really high resolution kind of arcadey game. So yeah, if you have any problems with things, I know I had a ton of problems, leave some comments and I'll try and help you. I know there's a couple of issues I had along the way. Otherwise, enjoy playing Underground 2 in 2025 and beyond. Thanks for watching.